Alright, I know we are at a weird camera angle today, but I have things to do, and I'm making eggs, and I'm gonna talk about some shit about being a funny guy. So, I might sound a little, you know, monotone, but I have not spoken to anyone yet today, so this will be my first social interaction of the day before I go to work. So what I want you guys to know is that if you aren't already like a comedic, quippy, funny guy, don't start. Okay? Don't start with that shit. Because if you aren't, it's gonna end. If you aren't and you start trying to do that, it's gonna end badly for you. Because I'm sure if you have a job, you probably know that most people are super politically correct all the time. And oh, well, you can't say this or you can't say that, but they can say this or that if it's part of their politics. So basically, when comedy used to be good was when comedy was surrounding everyone is on the table to be made fun of. Okay? Now it doesn't work like that. You can't make fun of certain people, or you can't say certain jokes. Even though everyone fucking knows it's a joke, and that it's not based in reality, we still can't make jokes. So, where this is coming from, I'm cooking eggs, by the way. I don't remember if I said that. But, where this came from was yesterday I was at the job, and I made a joke, and then the one person was like, oh, well, you're racist, and this was one of my coworkers who, like, knows me, and that I make jokes, like, I'm a quippy person. And she was like, oh, you can't say that. How could you say that? That's horrible. And I was like, it's just a joke. It's not based in reality. These are not my actual opinions about these people. Right? Like she said a lot of people, she was also joking, find you irritating. Okay, whatever. And I said, I think more people would find me irritating if I lived in the South and I was black. Get it? Southerners are racist. That's the joke. And she said, oh, well, you would fit right in. And I say, just because I make jokes doesn't mean I'm a fucking KKK member. It's just like, this shit, everything has to be based in reality 24/7. And I make most of these videos for my friends that are a little bit younger than me, that, you know, may not be working serious jobs yet, or this or that, because I want you guys to learn from my mistakes, even though I'm not in the wrong here. I want you guys to learn and understand why certain things you just can't do anymore. And usually, guess who it's coming from? The liberals. The liberals are fucking gay. I don't care if I get this video banned. Whatever. Don't care. The liberals can't joke about much. Because if you look, I saw a diagram that said most conservatives care about, the most important things they care about is their immediate family, their friends, their job, the nation, and the city and state they live in. That's what they care about. Liberals tend to care about foreign affairs, the polar ice caps, other nations' immigration problems, etc. That's what they seem to care about, is that stuff. I don't care about that. You know why? Because I'm conservative. I don't care about the affairs of foreign nations because I don't live there and they don't affect me. Yes, is people starving a very big problem? Yes. Is people dying in warfare a big problem? Yes. But it's nothing I can do. I live in America, not Taiwan. Okay? So that's my first problem. Or no, that's where the problem with the liberals comes in, is that they care about shit that doesn't matter. And you'll find that if you are a person that makes jokes, especially if you're conservative, your jokes are not allowed to be made. Your jokes aren't allowed to be made. But they can make jokes in spite of you and get in no trouble for it. Oh shit. I almost cracked the egg too hard. So, I'm going to wash my hands also. So I'm going to keep talking, but I'm not going to run the water too hard so you can still hear me. I was literally just working, and you will find that people who are against your politics will just make jokes about you as a fucking person. And it's like, they're very mean-spirited, and they're very, very much like, hey, fuck you, bud. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, you know, if you're... I don't even make super edgy jokes. Like, my one friend used to make jokes about necrophilia. That's disgusting. That's actually foul. I'll never do something like that. But I'll make jokes about, like, oh, I only beat my wife when she deserves it. You know? Like that. And people... It could be a me problem. Because... When I make jokes, I say it in my regular speaking voice. Like, I'll say it like how I am right now. And I'll be like, well, I fucking divorced my wife because she couldn't cook my chicken all the way through, so I beat the fuck out of her every day. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, I'll say it like that in that tone of voice, and people think that it's real. People think that that's, like, actually serious. I don't understand how they think that's actually serious, but they do. So be that as it may, unless you know exactly who you're talking to, you know their politics inside and out, and you know exactly who they are, don't crack jokes. Just don't do it. Now, most men, because most men aren't fucking retarded, most men are not liberal. Especially in my age bracket. So if you're like age probably 18 to 27, you're probably not a liberal. Especially as a man. That doesn't mean you're conservative, but you're probably not a liberal. Because most people that I have met that are at my age are already conservative. Like, they talk about Donald Trump and how they think he's at least alright. They don't think he's, you know, the God Emperor chosen by the Lord himself to run the nation. No. But they think he's at least okay. So, like, most times if you're around dudes, you can fucking joke about whatever. Just you can. But if you're especially around women, like, most women find my jokes offensive. And I mean, it makes sense because men and women typically don't have the same sense of humor. But, like, I'll say something and someone will be like, whoa, hey. I'm like, it's a joke. If you're anything like me, you've experienced that at least 45 times. Or, like, I'll say something about gay people. And I mean, people know I'm a Christian. And since I am a real Christian and not a fake one, I don't really hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. People can be gay. People can be whatever they want. People can be transgender. I don't give a fuck. Realistically, I don't. As long as you're leaving the kids out of it, I don't give a fuck. But since I'm a Christian and a conservative, people assume things about you. And it could be because the jokes I make are whatever, risky or whatever. So I understand where that's coming from. But, like, it's a joke. Like, most people genuinely think that I, like, fucking hate gay people or something. Or, the one I keep thinking of is one time I got cut at work. And they're like, damn, that looks pretty bad. And I was like, yeah, but at least I ain't fucking gay. Or something like that. Like to me, that's funny. To me, that's genuinely funny. To other people, that sounds homophobic or whatever. I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy that voted red. But you go look at people who voted blue, they'll say shit about you. So honestly, fuck them. Who cares? Who cares? We have too much shit to do to be worried about this stupid shit, bro. Like, I wish my life was so fucking easy that I could be worried about a joke somebody fucking made. Excuse me. Because, bro, look. I'm not trying to say that these people got it on easy mode, but most people don't do the amount of shit I have to do. Like, currently, I'm having to get up at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning every day to feed and take out the dog, and then struggle to go back to sleep, get up, work out. I just did legs today. I have to do abs tomorrow, and then it's pull day after that, so I got to do back and biceps. That's 4 days in a row working out. So, most people aren't living like that. And if you are living like that, you know you already have a lot of shit to do, so why invite more stress in your life? That's why I don't give a fuck what really anybody has to say. I mean, will I talk to you? Yeah. Will I, discuss my own opinion? Yes. But if your opinion is different than mine, I don't give a fuck. Because again, I've said to people, if we all thought the same, life would be basically meaningless. Because we would all eat the same food, wear the same clothes, drive the same car, and work the same job in the same field. If we were all the same. There would be one band, and one car, and one color, because we'd all like the same thing. You fucking idiots. Do you see how boring that would be? And yeah, humor is subjective, but like I said, honestly, if you're like me, unless you're like me and you have the compulsion to make jokes when possible, just don't fucking do it. Now, here's the thing. If you're also like me and you're in a place where they don't want you to make certain jokes, and then you decide, okay, fine, I'll play by their rules today. So you stay fucking quiet all day, and you just do what you're told. Then they start asking you what's wrong with you and what your problem is. And hey, are you okay? You got anything going on outside of work? What's wrong? What's happening? Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you good? Do you have depression? Do you have anxiety? All this shit, fucking never ending. So as soon as you are yourself, people don't want you to be yourself. But when you're not yourself, there's a problem also, because they want you to be yourself, which is problematic. What the fuck? So like, you can't win. So like, honestly, just do whatever the fuck you want at this point. As long as you're not murdering people and harassing people, do whatever the fuck you want. Because you can't win. Everybody, here's what I want you to understand. This was originally going to be me telling you to not do your comedic shit. Just fucking be you, bro. Because somebody used to say it's usually a dating term. You could be the most ripe, red, pristine, delicious apple. But guess what? Not everybody likes apples. But guess what? There's somebody who loves apples. So there's gonna always be somebody who really fucking clicks with you, and there's always gonna be somebody who really doesn't click with you. That's just how it is. So just do what you want, and you'll pretty much be fine. That's what I have to say about that. And you're good at that point. Because otherwise, you're going to be feeding into your own like depression and anxiety because you are not being the person that you want to be, or that is who you are. Like if you're a really stoic person and you don't talk a lot, but you're forcing yourself to talk and you're not enjoying it, you're going to not be fucking happy because you're not in your standard state of being. Like, if you put me in with a bunch of people who don't want to talk and are silent types and just kind of stand there and don't do anything, I'm going to be irritated because that's not what I click with. I'm not going to say I don't like people who don't talk, but what I'm saying is people who don't talk end up annoying me, or I end up not jiving with those people because our personalities just don't match. So yeah, that's that. I don't have a whole lot more to say about that, other than just be who you are and do what you want, as long as you aren't bothering people. I should probably turn this fucking stove off. Is it cooked all the way? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yep, okay, we're done. So, yeah. But what I've been up to lately, in my personal life, I have been still going to the gym. So, like I said, I just hit legs. And I did duck walks and jump squats. Weighted duck walks. Big difference. 40-pound weight vest. Not trying to brag, but you know, I'm kind of strong and shit. So I've been doing that. I've been having to take care of the dog lately. I have been watching the Spider-Man the Animated Series, I think it's called, from the 90s. That shit's pretty gas. Been playing Marvel Rivals with the homie Vinny. Cool guy. I hope he works today. He might not though. I don't know. But why I am a quipper, like I am, is because as a child, I was exposed to like Spider-Man as a character. And like I was like, wow, I want to like emulate this personality type. You know. Cause like one of the first quotes I ever heard, sorry, this is like a thing I really care about, was, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think Spider-Man was the first movie I ever watched as a child, like the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I'm like pretty sure that's the first movie I ever saw. I don't remember because obviously I was like 4 or whatever. But that's why I am that way. That's just what feels natural to me, I guess. And I've been doing that for years. I've always been the jokester guy, the funny guy at work. I've had 3 jobs. My second job, or my last job, was very strict. So look, I'm telling you right now, if I would have made certain jokes there, they would have just fucking canned me. Come on, eggs. Yeah. So, I've always felt like how I have to explain to people. And some people think it's like lame or whatever. But like, the whole with great power comes great responsibility thing. It feels like that's kind of how I live my life. I live my life off the teachings of Jesus Christ in the Bible. But I feel like if I can help a person, and I'm able to do it, and I'm able to give them something to help them, or help them out with this or that, or help me move this, help me get this on this shelf, I feel like I'm obligated to help that person because I am able to do that thing, okay? Some people say that makes me a pushover, that makes me, or not a pushover, I don't know what you call it, but you'll help everybody, and that you're too nice or whatever. I don't give a fuck. If I like you as a person, and you and me are cool, we're homies, especially, I'll help you out. If I don't really like you, and it's you need my help, or you're not getting help at all, I'll still help you. So, That's how I really see it, as how you should be living. Is you should be helping everyone that you can. And that's what gives me purpose in my life. Like, if the customer wants help with this or that, I will help them. That's my job. That's what I'm getting paid to do. But I feel good about helping people, if that makes sense. I feel good about helping the customer find an item, or holding the door for somebody. All that kind of stuff. I just like doing that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to cut it here. Probably will have another video soon. I know they come out like twice a month. Nobody comments on my videos. Ooh, maybe start writing comments on my videos about what you want to see me talk about. Because I know it's mainly the 10 guys I went to high school with. But still. Start writing things, and I'll start figuring out. I'll like screenshot it and put it as the thumbnail, and I'll talk about it. So anyway, see you guys. God bless. Love your family and stuff. Adios.